Hello, race fans. Welcome back. It's been a long off season, but finally it's the return of points racing. The NASCAR Melling Series is going to get underway. Well, I'm announcer WesternCaves. Welcome to the WesternCaves Sports Network. Oh, we're thrilled. 40 cars are going to take the green flag in a few minutes and start their engines and all that, start the season. Before we do that, we're going to take you through the starting lineup and trying as many of the driver changes as we can, because there are a lot of driver and team changes for 2020. But the front row is the exact same as it's been. Robby Kreiger in the number 37 and Bob Seger in the number 9. That hasn't changed a bit. However, the Fonz got a new sponsor in AT&T, and his team switched to Pontiac from Chevrolet. Now, one of the 5 rookies in the field, Pete Townsend, will take the seat that was Count Dracula's seat last year. This team has merged. Yes, it is merged with it's expanded, I guess. What I'm trying to say is, Wario is in row 3 in the 22 now with AutoZone and a Ford, alongside Jack Nicholson. He was Jack Torrance last year, but he's just Jack Nicholson this year. Oops. And he's in the inside, row 3. Ward Gordon traded in his Luminas for Monte Carlos and got Kleenex sponsorship. He's alongside another rookie, Benedict Cumberbatch, who's in the Pontiac. He's the Fonz's teammate. That is rounding out the top 10. Amy Schumer, now in the Arby's 17 Ford for Rush Fender, and Kamikaze Games alongside. Stephen Hawking drops down from Cup to run for Hat Trick. Knuckles remains in the 8. Addie Money, another rookie, fills in Amy Schumer's spot as that team merges with Braun to switch to Toyota. Alongside of him will be Captain Kirk himself. Anthony Perkins in the 25, Amelia Earhart in the 46. Not much has changed, but Alan Rickman will move over to the 5 now. And Tib Foster, after a win in Cup at Sebring in part-time, he was signed to a development deal for Lionel Messi Racing, and he will run full-time in the 40 car this season. Rounding out the top half of the field, David Land dropping down. He's going to be in the 6 car, and Rod Stewart will be in a renumbered 16 car with city sponsorship. Sylvester Stallone will take over for 2019 champion Chick Corea, who moves up. Sylvester Stallone also has Kleenex sponsorship. He's alongside Logan Cloud, who picks up Love's sponsorship on his 94 for this season. Patrick Starr reunites with the number 24 with National Guard sponsorship. He's alongside Stephen King. Franklin Clinton in the 2, that hasn't changed. Marty McFly drops down to Melling. 42 will now have Powerade sponsorship. And Ferris Bueller, who now is, Juicy Fruit, that's right, Wrigley sponsorship, alongside Ann Wilson, another driver dropping down in the Pine Sol 47. John Cleese in the 4, Sammy Hagar on the 55, hasn't changed. Sir Topham Hatt back down in Melling. In the number 70 is number 74 as usual. And Bob Dylan stays in the 60. John Goodman's 13 becomes the 39 and is officially a paint scheme car once again. Meanwhile, Emeril Lagasse's team, that Fitz Montana organization, switches to Dodge. There's Ringo, he's in the 10 Toyota. There's Starlight Glimmer. As we get ready for the command, the fire engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
Weeman's 26 joins Rush Fender Racing, becomes a Ford, and picks up Weather Channel sponsorship, and Mitch Hedberg takes over for Scatman Crothers in the 21. Finally, it's Haywood Banks once again in the 29, and Leonard Bones McCoy in the 14. Although, this time, it's not a Chevy, it's a Dodge. Cars forming up for the start of today's race, the John Andretti 300. Of course, the racing community mourning the loss of one of the finest open wheel and stock car racing hybrid breeds they've ever seen. The field of 40 cars. This is the first of 30-something races this year. There will be another, the Cup race will be tomorrow. The duels were a few days ago, so yeah, the field's already set. It'd be nice if I knew who was all in there. The defending race winner, Jason Leffler, is not even in the series this year. Neither is the double zero car that he drove. Phoenix Wright nearly won, but Pitt coming to the checkered flag. He was in the 18 car, which now Benedict Cumberbatch is in. Also notably absent from this field was last year's Truck Series champion A.J. Jones, who elected to stay down in the Truck Series another season. Robby Kreiger and Bob Dylan will lead them down. The green flag is out, and we're racing at Daytona. Through the gears, the cars go in the fourth gear, already 3 wide for a few different rows. Oh, what is that? What is that? Okay, just blow an engine right before the start. Well, we're not going to do that. Why would you do that? Okay, it's going to be one of these. Bear with me. Here we go. Third time's the charm. I don't see any bloody blowing up, and we're racing for real this time. Through the gears they come. 3 wide, several rows. Cars jostling for position in the early laps. Lord Gordon right now looks like he's pulling along the bottom lane. Pole sitter Robby Kreiger, he can't. Can he hold him off? I don't know. Well, we're not 4 wide. At the line, who's going to lead the first lap of 2020? It is Ward Gordon. Wow. The 21-year-old from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, driving for his own operation, just got a batch of Monte Carlos this year, or this off-season, buying him off from Winston Churchill. And already, he's going to lose the lead. The Kamikaze Games. Once again, in that 81. Fig Newton's Cheese Nips Chevrolet. He won at Bristol, I believe, last year. Pikes Peak the year before in part-time work. But he won't even get to lead this lap as Amelia Earhart flies to the race lead. The entire pack 3 wide. What a thing of beauty. At least until these cars, somebody decides to go 4 wide, then it gets annoying. That's going to be a big key, is avoiding a 4 wide situations. You can go 3 wide just fine. When these guys go 4 wide here at Daytona, it tends to get scary. Alan Rickman. And now John Goodman is pitted. But he did make some laps. This is an official race, I guess. And leading at the line was Logan Cloud. The Love sponsorship paying off. The number 94 Love's Melling Apple Records Chevrolet, just trying to do everything he could with that paint scheme. Like 3 different schemes at least were inspired, including Kevin Harvick's 2002 car. Now he's going to lose the lead, but his teammate Starlight Glimmer is going to try and take it from Stephen King, the master of the horror novel. Now what's interesting, they're catching up on John Goodman. Oh, Stephen King led that lap. Now, is there going to be a wreck, or they're just going to struggle to get around? He's not super slow. Is this going to be interesting? I feel like some drivers are going to fall out of contention, though, if they're unable to get around. Emerald in his dive, looking really good. Oh, this is not good. Ringo, going 4 wide. Almost. Oh! Nearly making contact a couple of times, and they sort it out with only a minor amount of argy-bargy going on. Goodman now down to into the middle. However, he does have pace. He is keeping with this pack. I'm guessing it's a flat tire, so he's just an interesting wild card into this pack. It's not like he actually has lack of pace. Unfortunately, that pit stop did not come at a good time. There's Logan Cloud mired mid-pack. Now, I've been silent for the last couple of laps, but there is Leonard Bones McCoy, who won. It was like 4 races last year, I think. And he also won. He won the year before, even though he was in the Verner's Cup Series. Last year had about 10 drivers who ran about half the races in Melling, as well as running the full Verner schedule, and he was one of them, and he did end up winning, actually in both series, including at Sonoma when he was last in points in Cup. But he's gone from Cup back marker to Melling front runner, and that's a pretty good exchange. Not quite good enough in points to move back up, like some drivers did do. Jerry Springer, notably, went back into the Cup. I'm guessing a couple other drivers, too. Ringo Starr, on the other hand, it was rumored he'd be dropping down the trucks entirely after being in Cup 2 years ago and Melling last year. But a win in the final race pretty much solidified him coming back to this team. Oh, some more argy-bargy going on. Knuckles, if he knew what he didn't throw it 4 wide, that was a good move. Ann Wilson leading now in her Pine Sol 47. for JTG Dotrieve. Interesting. That's Bill Dotrieve, who's the part owner of that team. The 47 and the 59. One of his friends, Hank Hill, runs in Cup. Now, going for the lead on lap number 9 is Amy Schumer. She got it. And what's been really nice to see, those are all 40 cars. Only John Goodman is not on the lead lap. And what's more important... Oh, there we go! I was just about to say we didn't have a wreck. But KG goes around, pinched by Wee Man. Stephen Hawking's involved. Jack Nicholson. John Cleese. James Tiberius Kirk. Stephen King. They race back to the line. Who will be the leader? It's a Virgil Tibbs Racing 1-2 coming back to the line, but will it be the Fonz or Cumberbatch? Benedict Cumberbatch will lead them back to the line. We got through the first 9 laps without an incident. That was pretty good. Really good racing, and not a whole lot of cars torn up either. So let's go and figure out exactly what happened. I almost saw this coming. It was some argy-bargy between KG and Jack Nicholson. Arge right there, right up. Oh, what a hard lick. Sylvester Stallone somehow missed it. 7-car accident. Ooh, and a nice lick there on the end. Jack Nicholson getting towed back to the pits. So we'll see if anybody needs to pit or not. This should be interesting to see. It doesn't look like the leaders are motioning to pit. Oh, now that looks like they could be. Maybe, maybe not. They come along. Nobody is really motioning. There we go. There's what I thought. The other 6 cars involved in the incident. A 7-car accident. Jack Nicholson officially goes a lap off the pace. Actually, 2 laps down now. Wee Man, there's John Cleese, Stephen King, Jim Kirk, KG, Stephen Hawking. Already, Kirk out of his stall. Cleese out. Now Hawking. Now Wee Man, Stephen King. KG, now he's out. Out of the pit stall. Speaking of him, it's been a pretty... reached a milestone. I should say milestone, but technically last year. But just a couple of months ago, he finally completed Gas Station and released it. Gas Station was actually the sponsor of the Spring Rockingham truck race at night last year, and that was like late April, I want to say. That was before we scored the lucrative WCSN YouTube simulcast contract for NASCAR, which started up at about September with the Anton Hubert Memorial 400 presented by Morton Salt at Chicagoland. So, while the field pace is about halfway through, we have received word that Jack Nicholson is the first driver to retire in the 2020 season due to an accident. But let's go through your other running order. 38 cars on the lead lap. There are 5 rookies in the field, all of them running, and all of them on the lead lap, 2 in the top 5, including race leader Benedict Cumberbatch, his teammate, the Fonz, in second, Bullet Bob Seeger in third, and teammate Amy Schumer in fourth. Then the Weckman himself, Tib Foster, in fifth, Robby Kreiger in sixth, Sir Topham Hatt seventh, Ringo in eighth, Knuckles ninth, and Patrick Starr 10th. And Anthony Perkins, Sammy Hagar, Ann Wilson, Wario, and Ferris Bueller, Rod Stewart, Franklin Clinton, Marty McFly, Ward Gordon, and David Land make up the top 20. Then it's Pete Townsend, Leonard McCoy, Bob Dylan, Logan Cloud, Mitch Hedberg, Starlight Glimmer, Haywood Banks, Emerald, Alan Rickman, Amelia Earhart, and Eddie Money towards the back, and Sylvester Stallone. Then Jim Kirk, John Cleese, Stephen Hawking, Dylan Jacobs, aka Kamikaze Games, Stephen King, Wee Man himself, Jason Acuna, John Goodman, a lap down, and out of the race, Jack Nicholson. There also remains the possibility that we will have some alternate schemes this year. Nothing confirmed as of yet. Possibility of a discount tire scheme for Ferris Bueller. That remains on the table, as well as a Haviland scheme for Marty McFly. Perhaps Charter will come on the 60. Gain on the 9, all things that have been rumored. Bass Pro Shops on the 81. It's really interesting. They're mainly Monte Carlos Chevys. Or Monte Carlo SS. The Dodges are more interesting. You got some more of the Charger style bodies, and then some of more of the Intrepids. Like Tib Foster is in a Charger, you can tell. So is Ferris Bueller, Marty McFly, David Land, Leonard. But like those are old Cup body Intrepid styles, at least for the Logan Cloud Motorsports duo. Speaking of which, that 98 Starlight Glimmer drove it to had a rough season, but did drive it to 2 victories. However, her seat is far from safe. If she struggles this year, one of the drivers for the truck team, Billy Joel, will be driving full-time, and we don't know who the other drivers will be. Well, we know Dan Mandel will be in the team driving in some capacity. Whether he's part-time or full-time, we don't know. We think he's full-time. We've heard several other people linked to those rides. Gatlin Downey has been linked. Saitama. Anyway, we're going to get back racing, and there will be 26 laps to go in this race. Green flag is out. We're back underway. John Goodman, as you can see, he's had some speed. If he can get a quickie yellow, maybe. And Haywood Banks pits. Must have been a tire rub or something on the 29. John Goodman out in front. He's trying to get his lap back. A quickie yellow could do it, but only if he can keep the field behind. As you can see, the stragglers, the damaged cars, struggling to keep up with the pack. The rest of the cars forming up. The front of the pack forming up really nicely. Amy Schumer now will lead another lap, but here comes Tim Foster in the number 40. Foster locked himself into the Junior Johnson 500 on Monday, actually, by qualifying in the top 8, regardless of his place in the duel. It locked him in for Sunday's race. You can see these guys still kind of straggling, trying to get along. Eddie Money, I don't remember him being in an accident. Anyway, now they're 3 wide. Almost looks like they could go 4 wide. Let's take to this camera angle, show you some alternate shots of the field. Ooh! Tim Foster into the wall. Now they're 4 wide. His Cumberbatch is really scraping. Oh, some argy-bargy between David Land and Patrick Starr. Oh! This might split up the packs. Oh, they're 4 wide. There they go! Rod Stewart and there's Emerald. Oh, a terrible hit for Sammy Hagar. Benedict Cumberbatch is involved. Caution flag out. Way these drivers are slowing down. Yes, they did take the caution. Oh, what a nasty accident. Emerald is smoking. Ringo is your leader, and Haywood Banks actually did not lose a lap while pitting. So, So this was a little while. Marty McFly and Emerald were kind of 4 wide with Amelia Earhart and the Fonz. And McFly, I think, was slowly drifting up with Emerald, and hits the 20 and the 16. And then the 20 helps the 12 around. Oh, right there. Just smacks that radiator on the 55 and just whiplash with the 18. Somehow these guys didn't get involved in the big crash. We go to the front of the pack, where we see Ward Gordon has chosen the pit. Interesting move there. Rod Stewart and the Fonz come down. So does Cumberbatch. Emerald just laying all sorts of oil on the apron. They're taking a while to clean that up. It's already a cloudy enough day as it is. Damage is terminal, along with the damage on Sammy Hagar and Benedict Cumberbatch. They are also out of the race. Officially a clutch problem, apparently, with Sammy Hagar. Now, this is very interesting. Now Ringo is your leader. John Goodman did not get his lap back. He didn't get... Wrong space, wrong time. Well, what's going on here, guys? I'm not sure, admittedly. I have no clue what Ward Gordon and Rod Stewart are doing. They're being goofballs. Ringo Starr is going to be your race leader as we come to the halfway point. 35 cars in the lead lap, 36 cars running. Amy Schuber second, Robby Kreiger third, Wario fourth, Franklin Clinton fifth, Anthony Perkins, Ann Wilson, Bob Seeger, Pete Townsend, the highest running rookie, and Knuckles the Echidna round out your top 10. Then it's Tip Foster. He's in 11th place. Starlight Glimmer 12th. Amelia Earhart 13th. Marty McFly 14th. Alan Rickman in 15th. And Sylvester Stallone runs 16th. Logan Cloud paces around in 17th. Sir Topham Hatt, he's running in the 18th spot. Eddie Money in 19th. David Land in 20th. 21st, Patrick Starr. 22nd, Bob Dylan. 23rd, Mitch Hedberg. 24th, Ferris Bueller. 25th, Leonard McCoy. 26th, Stephen Hawking. 27th, Jim Kirk. 28th, John Cleese. 29th, Kamikaze Games. Wee Man 30th. Stephen King 31st. Haywood Banks 32nd. Fonz 33rd. Ward Gordon 34th. And Rod Stewart 35th. Doug Goodman's gonna be the guy in 30. 36. You can see there's the there's the big board. Of big boardness. Interesting how this race has played out so far. John Goodman takes his place in line to the inside of the other 35 cars running. A long line. You can see just how long said line is. They're almost halfway down the back straightaway. That's crazy. Maybe that's not halfway, but it's all the paved portion. No, I don't think it's quite halfway. Anyway. This is crazy. But just after halfway, we'll get the restart here. 19 laps to go. A lot of craziness could happen. Green flag is out, and away we go. Ringo with a good jump. Not like it's going to matter much. Too much. KG scrapes the wall, looks like. In the field, Logan Cloud, interesting. He really struggled to get up to speed. Ringo is your leader now. Amy Schumer running second. Here comes John Goodman. To the inside, John Goodman trying to get his lap back. And if the caution were to come out now, he'd have it. Stephen King way off pace. Oop. Franklin Clinton, your race leader. Ringo Starr did lead the car around 25. Try to form up. Ward Gordon, Haywood Banks, they were just stuck behind slow cars. That was their problem. A 25 car pack, technically 26, you include the lap car. And Bob Seeger, your new race leader. Two-thirds the field. Up here, contending for the race win. What a craziness. We focus in on Sir Topham Hatt for whatever reason. As that time by, it was Amelia Earhart leading. Oh, Alan Rickman got some separation there. I don't know if somebody hit the wall or something. Yeah, Amy Schumer hit the wall, and that's hurting Marty McFly and Ann Wilson as a result. But they are getting a great tow. Eddie Money led that time by. These guys could form up. They might be able to do something. But they're not going to be winning the race. Caution comes out. Anyway, 15 laps left. Ann Wilson trying to catch back up. Looks like she will. David Land of the race lead. 14 laps to go. Leonard McCoy trying to get the side draft off of him. Well, I'll leave the door open for Mitch Hedberg in the 21. Hedberg goes up, gets arrow pushed. It's the 41, then the 40, then the 39. Granted, the 39's a lap down, but still. Oh, what is John Goodman doing? They're 4 wide right at the front of the pack. Oh, and they sort it out. Do they? I don't know what they do. Ferris Bueller led at that time. Here comes Logan Cloud. There's Amy Schumer, was just in the wall a few laps ago. Oh, Argy Bargy, Cloud and Foster make contact. Cloud completes the move. Oh, there goes Marty McFly. McFly going up. He's gonna argy-bargy with Cloud. They keep it clean somehow. Is Amy Schumer gonna lead that lap? Wario and Wilson with a push from Anthony Perkins. Ringo Starr trying to get around. They're looking really racy with 10 laps to go. The outside line had some momentum that time by. Oh, Knuckles trying to look for an opening. Anthony Perkins leads the field. As they're coming up on Stephen King. Oh boy. This should be fun. Ah! King's blocking. Stephen King just blocked. Is blocking pretty much the entire field. 6 cars got through. And he's forcing them to the outside as well. Stephen King wants to... Marty McFly hits the wall. Stephen King's being overly aggressive for being a lapped car. I don't know if everybody's even gonna have a chance. They're coming up on Wee Man. Oh! Anymore? No, these should be the last of the lap first. Hopefully. Top 6 are somehow able to get by. This pack trying to catch up. Already, they're trying to get around Wee Man. These holding up some of these drivers. Foster's getting forced high again, as well as Logan Cloud. Oh! Bueller driving very aggressive. Luckily, it looks like this pack is mostly formed up. Should get by with little to no problem. Or Gordon, Leonard McCoy, and as well as Marty McFly might be out of luck, though. Seven to go. Robby Kreiger leads. Pack of around 13 cars. Hopefully the rest of these can all form up. They do look like they're going faster. Getting to a solid line, though, would be really helpful. See, 6 to go. Bob Seeger. No, that's Bob Dylan who stuck his nose out in front. It was a 14 car pack. Now it's more like an 18. I don't think Starlight Glimmer has quite got the speed to catch up to this pack. Pending. Maybe they do. It's like we'll have 20 to 22 cars all fighting it out for a win. It looks like these drivers are far enough up the road that they will not play into any factor. Stephen King might. I hope not. $20 to 22 drivers with 5 laps to go. Chevy's going 3 wide at the front. John Goodman trying to get back on the lead lap. Not that it would make any difference at this stage. Eddie Money grazes the wall. And Wilson's able to catch back up, pretty much. Only Leonard McCoy, Wario, and Marty McFly actually lost the draft. 4 to go. Ringo going for the lead. Where do you want to be? Almost right at the back. I'd say the pole sitter Robby Kreiger might be in the catbird seat. Maybe not. We see how quick the shuffle goes! Big crash! They're coming back to the line! Tim Foster is gonna win it! Holy cow! That was an unexpected turn of events! Rookies take the top 2 spots. Mitch Hedberg just noses out Ringo. Starlight Glimmer and Logan Cloud round out the top 5 at the moment. That was unexpected. What a mess. Of course, David Land. Some argy-bargy going on. 4 wide, right there. There's your problem spot. Oh, look, Starlight Glimmer nearly got taken out, and she didn't. But Patrick Starr, oh, right there, in the Ferris Bueller. Look. Cars got knocked around. The 5 got knocked. The 37 to 25. They were 3 wide coming to the line. Yeah. Look, Sylvester Stallone gonna slide across the line. Oh, maybe not. Oh, Pete Townsend, a heavy hit. Oh, Wario and Leonard McCoy got by. Oh, that was a close one. Oh. Haywood Banks. Ward Gordon with problems. Remember when Pete Townsend was in a decent spot? He's out of the race. Patrick... No, that's Alan Rickman who's out. Ward Gordon is out too, as well as Sylvester Stallone. Wow. So, barring anything crazy happening, Haywood Banks out too. Tim Foster is going to be your winner in his first start in Melling Series. Mitch Hedberg is going to be second. Ringo will come home third. Starlight Glimmer fourth. Logan Cloud will be fifth. A good start to Dodge, who gets 4 cars in the top 6. Ferris Bueller will be 6th. Then Sir Topamat with a lot of damage, 7th. Ann Wilson 8th. Amelia Earhart 9th. Eddie Money will be 10th. The other 2 rookies did not finish this race, but the 3 that did will get top 10 finishes. Bob Dylan, 11th. Amy Schumer will be in 12th. Knuckles will be in 13th. David Land, 14th. Bob Seeger, 15th. Then Franklin Clinton, 16th. Wario, 17th. Bones, 18th. Robby Kreiger, 19th. Patrick Starr, 20th. Marty McFly is going to bring it home in 21st. Anthony Perkins, 22nd. Rod Stewart, 23rd. Stephen Hawking, 24th. The Fonz will be 25th. KG, 26th. John Cleese, 27th. Jim Kirk, 28th. John Goodman will be 29th. It looks like Wee Man 30th, and Stephen King will end up 31st. With Pete Townsend, Alan Rickman, Sylvester Stallone, Ward Gordon, Haywood Banks, Benedict Cumberbatch, Emeril Lagasse, Sammy Hagar, and Jack Nicholson being the rest of the running order. Unless anybody comes down pit road, and I don't see anybody motioning to. Development contract signed after winning from Sebring on the pole and a full-time seat along with it, and it's paying off dividends for Lionel Messi Racing and for Tim Foster, who's going to drive his Fastenal number 40 Dodge Charger across the finish line. There's the checkered flag. And Tim Foster is now a NASCAR Melling Series winner. There it is. There is your official standings. Foster coming from the 18th starting spot to win the race. Mitch Hedberg came from 38th to finish 2nd. On the other hand, Jack Nicholson finished dead last after starting 5th. Tomorrow will be the Junior Johnson 500. And next week we'll be at Phoenix, I think. Do not quote, I believe Phoenix is the next race. Let me take a gander at the schedule. Phoenix is the next race. The Deville Bliss 250. No, 200. The Deville Bliss 200. I totally stumbled over that. 32 races planned for this season. One of them already in the books. And you know its winner is Tib Foster. Check the Discord for points. What was the pace car doing there? I have no clue. What we do know is Tib Foster's a winner. So tune in next Saturday for the Melling Series. See these guys go at it in the desert. Till then, I've been announcer Western Caves. Thank you for joining this telecast of the Western Caves Sports Network.